Okay, so the first thing you need to know is how to access the S drive. So how you do that is you go to the computer icon on your computer desktop. If you click on that, you'll see that it has different servers here. The network locations are servers. You're only going to have two. You're going to have the home drive and the S drive. I have other ones so that they look a little bit different than that. So if we click on the home drive, that's where we keep all of our files for everything for school, right? Only, like I said before, it's not large enough to hold all of your image files. So you're going to click on the student share, the S drive here. So you're going to double click on that. So then these three little folders pop up. We only care about the photo folder in the middle. So we're going to double click on that. Now, when you double click on it, you're only going to have one name that pops up here. I have access to all of your S drives. That's how I'm going to grade everything that you do. You're going to turn in everything to your S drive. I'm going to access it, and I'm going to grade it from there, and you're going to fill out an evaluation sheet, and I'm going to put my comments on it and put it back in your S drive. So everything will be in your S drive. Everything will be we're paperless. It's all going to be digital. And it's all going to be inside here. But like I said, when you click on here, you're only going to see one folder, and that folder is going to have your name on it. So let's click on mine. So mine is here. When I click on it, there's a folder I just put in for the other class. I'm going to get rid of it for now because we're going to start over. So normally your folder would look like this. It'll be empty. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to create a folder for this assignment. You can do it one of two ways. You can come over here to the left where it says New Folder, okay, here, or you can right-click in the middle of that and go down to New Folder. Either way, it doesn't make any difference, and you are going to name it Composition. That's critical, because by the time the class is over, you're probably going to have 11 or 12 of these folders for different assignments that we have. Right now, this is the first one. So you need to know how to follow the instructions properly so that you can do it right for all the rest of the 10 or 11 other assignments that we do. So now we have this folder called Composition, but we want to put stuff in that folder, right? Because this is the composition folder that you're going to use to create to put your PowerPoint together for the assignment that we just talked about on composition. So if I double click on that folder is now open. So now when I move this down, I can go and put pictures in here, okay? So I'm going to go and I put in my memory card into the computer, okay, my SD card. So when I click on that, that shows up here. The EOS Digital, that's the memory card. If you have a Nikon or a different camera at home, it won't say EOS because that's a Canon name, but it'll be here still, the removable storage. So if you double click on that, you see the two folders like I showed you before. Miscellaneous you ignore. The DCIM stands for Digital Camera Image Management. So if you double click on that, and these are the folders. The numbered folders are the ones that have pictures in them. The one that says miscellaneous, ignore again. The very last folder will be the last pictures that you took. And then you can go back over time if you want to look at them. So if I double click on that, these are all pictures that I took. Okay? These are all kind of lightning shots. So if I come back here and go up here, these are other lightning shots, and I can click on any one of these. That folder happens to be empty, so this one I'm going to come down to ones that don't have the, so these are some pictures that are in here, okay? So I'm going to move that aside. Now how do I move the pictures into that folder? How did we do it before? Click and drag, right? So I'm going to pick one and click and drag it in. You see it says copy to composition. So it's copying it. It's not cutting it. It's not pasting. I mean, it's not cutting and pasting, so you won't have a chance of losing it. It's copying it. So your original is still there. So in case something goes wrong, you can get back to it. How do we move more than one at a time? Hold the control key down and click on each one that you want to put in. Then let go. Now those three are highlighted, and I can click, or those four, we're going to skip that one because that one was still highlighted. How do I do all of them in a row? Click on the first one, hold the shift key down, and click on the last one. Now you see those are all highlighted. I let go of my finger, I click and drag those in, and now those are all in the folder under composition with my name. If I want to come back and do other pictures that I've taken, I can come back here and say, okay, I took this one, I want to drag that one in. So now in that folder are all my pictures. So let's close out of that and show you. Okay? So if I come back to computer, go back to the student share drive, the S drive, go to photo, go to my name. You're only going to have one folder that pops up again, and that's your name. You'll see I have a composition folder here. Inside that folder are pictures. Okay? These are all the pictures for the composition assignment. You may not use them all, but these are all the ones you took. This is the critical part. These are the pictures you took. Do not put 150 pictures of all of your group's pictures in here because the S drive will run out of space. We will probably run out of space somewhere around Christmas anyway. But to prevent that, don't do that. You only put in your S drive your photos that you took. Okay? You only put in the S drive your photos that you took. So, now that we have them in here, we want to rename pictures sometimes. Okay? So you can rename what's in them. How we do that is we right-click on the picture and go down to where it says rename. It's near the bottom, second from the bottom. I click on that, you'll see that that is highlighted. So now I'm just going to name it Rock Sculpture. Okay? And then I hit enter. You notice that I did not play with the JPEG part. That's called a file extension. We're going to go over that tomorrow. It's really critical that you leave that in there. So only where it's highlighted. So again, if I click on this and I go down to rename, you'll see only the front part of that name is highlighted. The file extension is not highlighted. So I can name this whatever I want to name it and click enter, and it's going to name it that. Okay, so now we have that picture named. Or we could even name it, you know, something like we can name it Rule of Thirds, if we know we want to use it for that. So something that gives you some information about the picture. Please do not put gibberish on there. I don't know what blah, 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 blah means, because sometimes people do that just to be funny, but I don't know what it means, and it's not helpful to you or to me. So name them something that has either identifier in the picture or something you're using it for. Somehow you identify that. So like I said, when the class is over, or at the end of the class, we're going to have a whole bunch of folders with pictures in them. And you can also, inside that folder, if you want to organize more, you can right-click inside and do another new folder, or come up here to new folder, either way. And you can say, you know, finished project, so that you only put inside there the pictures that you're going to turn in. So you can click and drag those in, and let's say those are the 3 that we're going to turn in. Okay? That organization part is up to you. But I go into the composition folder when I grade, and I'm going into that folder itself to grade what's in there. It's really important that you understand that. Okay? And that you each have that. So today, all of you have to have a composition folder with 3 pictures at least in it that are renamed. Pictures you took. Okay? Questions on that?